Hi, everybody. So, this is my next episode of Rachel's Rankings, and I've had a lot of fun doing this each week. I'm trying to make them as good as they can possibly be. And today we have a really fun special ranking where we are talking about my top 5 favorite family movie night picks. And what encouraged me to do this ranking for Rachel's Rankings is that we have the 250th pick for Family Movie Night, which is so exciting. I've been doing this series for 5 years, every single Monday, which is, I think, pretty impressive. I'm very proud of it. And I have quite the list of movies, everything from classics like Christmas in Connecticut and It's a Wonderful Life to The Wizard of Oz, to E.T., Finding Nemo, Over the Garden Wall, Singing in the Rain. Some of my favorite movies that I've ever seen are I have reviewed for Family Movie Night. And of course, lots of animation. I've done lots of series, which have been really fun. Every October, getting to do Disney Scares Month, and that's something that I've really enjoyed. We've done Muppet May, we've done Teenage Month every June. I really enjoyed that. We did a November Foreign Language Month, which has been wonderful to get to dive into family films that are in other languages and other cultures. And yeah, I've just covered everything from rom-coms to adventures to we've got some scary movies in there. We've got everything that you could want. We have tackled at one point or time for Family Movie Night. So I would love to hear about your favorite review. Of course, the Barbie movies also have been a big part of Family Movie Night, which I've reviewed almost 20 of the Barbie movies on the series. So there's been a lot of really fun ones. Let me know which ones have been your favorite of Family Movie Night. I'll put a link down in the description to the whole playlist so you can watch all of the 250 reviews if you want. I'd love your feedback on that. So thank you so much for all the support over this many 5 years. And we'll look forward to 5 more years and 250 more picks for Family Movie Night. So here we go. My number 5 of all of the films that I have reviewed for Family Movie Night is Clueless. And that might seem like a crazy pick because it's just a fun teen comedy, but it's one that has definitely nostalgic value for me. I first watched it when I was a freshman in high school, and it really rang true for me. I remember going to school and soon after watching it and just being like, yeah, it gets it. It really does. And I still think it is so funny. Particularly the scene on the freeway makes me laugh. I remember when I was learning to drive and I had a similar situation happen. I love the way that it updates Emma, which is a book that I love. And I love Jane Austen. And I just think it has so many memorable lines, so many quotable lines. Even just the Haitian speech, how hilarious is that?
So I was like totally bugging. I had to haul ass to the kitchen, squish in extra place settings, and like people were on mismatched chairs and all. But by the end of the day, it was like the more the merrier. And so if the government could just get to the kitchen, rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the Haitians.
So it's a movie that I just can continually watch and continually laugh. So it is at number 5 in my ranking. Number 4 for me is a holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. I had to put at number 4. And I think that what's so great about It's a Wonderful Life is that it is actually a pretty dark story where he's going to kill himself. I mean, this is starting from a very low place, and the hope that he gets from realizing that his life really does matter. And obviously, it's a very stark difference between his life, the world without him, and his life as shown to him by Clarence. But Clarence isn't trying to be realistic with him. He's trying to convince him to not commit suicide. And so some degree of drama, I think, is appropriate for that situation. And I think it obviously has that important message that we all matter, that we all make a difference. And especially Christmas, I think that's an important message. And Jimmy Stewart's so great in it. And I it's just it's a classic, and it does everything that I think you want a movie to do as far as message and characters and growth. So it is my number 4. My number 3 favorite is The Wizard of Oz. And The Wizard of Oz is not something that I would like loved when I was a child. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't a favorite of mine. And it's only been, I think, fairly recently in the last 10 years or so that I've grown to just love it. There's so many reasons that I love it. I do love Over the Rainbow and the music in general, but especially that song. It's such a hopeful, haunting song. And you think of the times in your life when you've been, frustrated and been in need of hope. And it's a song that almost always speaks to me in those moments of my life. And I think Judy Garland, I think the sadness of her life, that makes everything that she does in this movie, I think, have extra poignancy, and also particularly that song have extra poignancy. But as she is Dorothy and she meets all the different things in Oz, I think there's an extra sort of layer of heart behind everything that happens that makes it especially meaningful. And I just love the entire cast that they got with Ray Bolger, Jack Haley, Burt Lahr, Margaret Hamilton as our witch. She is one of the, I think, iconic villains of all time. So scary. And I don't think we give Judy credit enough for her performance in the film, particularly when she is captured by the witch and she sees Auntie M in the sphere, and she calls out to her and she's crying, and I think that's actually a uh, really terrific performance, and it's very moving, and we feel for Dorothy in that moment. And I think that the whole message of No Place Like Home is such a beautiful, wonderful message, and I just love Wizard of Oz. So then my second favorite is Jurassic Park. And Jurassic Park is a movie that means a lot to me on a lot of levels. It was a very influential film as far as growing up. It's the movie I've seen the most in the theaters. I went 7 times that summer, and it was something that really inspired me. Just the awe and spectacle of seeing those dinosaurs was something incredible. But I also think that it's not just dinosaurs, and that's what the sequels have all been lacking, is the character development. These are characters that you actually feel for. Even somebody like Ian Malcolm is a fully developed character that actually, like, it's not just funny, he actually matters to the story. And I love little scenes as much as I love the spectacle. I also love the scenes where Dr. Saller and John Hammond are talking, and they're eating ice cream and talking about his dreams and how he started with the flea circus.
Medica, carousel and a seesaw. They all move, motorized, of course, but people would say they could see the fleas. Oh, I can see the fleas, Mummy, can't you see the fleas?
And he wanted to just do something that would be special and that people would remember. And how she has to say to him, none of that matters anymore. I love that whole scene. I love that you get to the heart of who these characters are, and that makes everything matter more. It makes all of the tense scenes matter more. It makes all of the action matter more because they're characters that you actually care about. And it's scary, it's exciting, it's funny, it's everything that you could want in a movie. It's in my opinion, the perfect blockbuster. And so it had to come in at number 2. My favorite movie that I've reviewed for Family Movie Night is my favorite movie. It's Your Name. And Your Name has everything that you could want in a film. The animation is just beautiful. The story has layers. It's a romance, but it's also a coming of age story, but it's also a spiritual journey. It's also a disaster movie. It's got all these different things going on, but I think it balances it so well. And the main crux of it is that Taki has the yearning to find Mitsuha, and he knows that she is in need of rescue, and he doesn't even know who she is, but he feels that in his gut. He feels that, and he doesn't know her name, and so he goes and tries to find her. And I think that that is so beautiful, and the ending I think is just pitch perfect, beautiful. It's exactly how I would do it. I'm so invested in the characters. I love both Mitsuha and Taki so much. I think that their connection, because they've literally been in each other's bodies, is such a profound, beautiful one. And once we understand each other's humanity, how much more motivated we are to to rescue them and to do whatever we can to find them. I think it's just so beautiful. I absolutely love the music. I love the animation, the story, everything about this movie, and it gets better every time I watch it. And so it had to be my number one. So that's my favorite movies that I've reviewed for Family Movie Night. That was a very difficult list, but let me know what you think and take a look. I'll have a link to the playlist of my Family Movie Night picks. Please take a look at that and let me know what your favorites are. And maybe I've introduced you to something that you wouldn't have otherwise seen. I would love to talk about that. And thank you so much for supporting Family Movie Night and supporting the channel. There's our patron group, which we continue to do patron picks. So if you want a chance to pick what I review for Family Movie Night, then please support the channel and become a patron. And that all information will be in the description section. We also have our merch store, which has tons of fun movie-inspired designs. This is one that I did for Princess Bride, so I'm kind of proud of it. So check that out. I would love for you to take a look at the merch store. So thank you very much, and let me know your rankings, and please like and subscribe the video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye everyone.